Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with Real Racing 3. This time it is the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. This is one of my favorite tracks in the grid. It's completely amazing, and obviously, there's only one team you can pick for. We already got the Williams when we did the British Grand Prix, but there's only one team you can pick when you go to Italy. That is Ferrari. We're gonna pick Leclerc for now, even though there is Monaco. I might pick Carlos if there is the Spanish Grand Prix, but I'm not sure if there's going to be, because in the Champion Series there's only like 5 or 6 races, and I know they added Suzuka, but they got rid of a couple tracks, so I'm not sure if it'll be there. But now, we have to get used to sprint qualifying, even though it's supposed to be practice first. Yeah, so now we get to test out the Monza tuning setup, skinny rear wings and all that, and yeah, start off clean, just warm my tires up to 100%. I've been lent the car, obviously. But yeah, let's go. I've got a 2.1 mil in Motorsport Dollars. I'm not sure if that's enough, but we'll find out. Ooh, one thing I dislike about this, I hate driving at Monza during the morning calls. Like, during the day and afternoon it's a bit better, but I don't like morning because of how much darker and like all the shadows there are. Because I have like certain braking zones that I'm only used to seeing during the day, so it's significantly harder to find those braking points when you're driving in the morning. Because it's so, are we starting from pole? But yeah, it's so harder because just look at how dark that is. But we're starting on pole in Real Racing 3. Admittedly, I know this is just like, yeah, warm up your tires and stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen that in my years of playing this game. I've never seen us start on pole. That's crazy. Gears on our inside, giving a little bit of space. Run a bit wide there, but it's fine. We're in the lead. Oh, well, Hamilton got past Pierre as well. Sorry about that, Pierre. But yeah, driving through Curva de Grande now. We're just gonna keep with this lap to see how we go about it on our first lap through the Della Roggia chicane. We're gonna see just our first outing on Monza, because I haven't driven on this track in a while. In the 2019 F1 car though, I drove this track so much, but the cars are completely different from now and then. Real Racing, I applaud them because they've made the cars a little bit more loose, a little bit more nervous, and just less stuck to the ground. Whereas that 2019 car, you can beat it into a corner, it'll stick through the Scari chicane now, onto the back straights. Pretty simple. You can see, just being careful with it, just, there's no point in just crashing out already, going down towards Parabolica. And yeah, that's one thing I like about Real Racing. The F1 cars used to be just, they had too much grip and too much downforce, and it was just easy to drive in. Whereas with these cars, it's a little bit more, if you push it too hard, you'll lose it very easily. Like, I think the quickest lap time I've set in this car, the 2021 car, is about a 118 or a 160, somewhere there, I'm not sure. But the quickest lap time I've set with the 2019 car at Monza is like a 108. But also the Monza cars have a higher top speed, so on to the next objective here. The next objective is pretty simple. Just keep an average speed of 230 kilometers per hour, which, yeah, at Monza that's simple. Because Monza's literally florid, chicane, and then the two Lesmos, florid, chicane, florid, curve, florid. That's Monza, essentially. So this is gonna be extremely simple to do. I'll catch up to the back of Vita Sonoda, and yeah, we'll probably try and get the slipstream and DRS off the back of him to try and get an even higher average speed, just. But yeah, just acclimatizing myself back up to the racetrack. Sonoda was absolutely slow. It was like a snail going through there. Up next, Verstappen, we have Supermax directly ahead of us, braking into Lesmo 2. Hit the brakes for a little bit longer. You can like tap the brakes slightly softer than that and get away with just like touch it and then floor the throttle and get away with it. But you have to be careful because sometimes the back end can slip out and you can lose it. And like with the Ascari chicane as well, you can like tap the brakes before you get into it and then floor it through the entire chicane, which is, it's pretty crazy. This is why, it's one of the reasons I like this track, because you're really just hurling the car through all these corners, getting past Hamilton. Now we have Gasly, who's technically in the lead, So I kind of like that. It's a little shout out to what happened last season. Look at it, we won the race. But yeah, the reason, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it, but why I don't like driving here is because look at how dark that area is, that shadow. And my braking points into turn 1 is literally a white line on the floor, which is almost invisible in those conditions, which is why I really don't like driving in the morning. But now I have to drive for 7 kilometers to get data on the engine's temperature stats, so it doesn't sound too bad. Let's try and do this. I don't know where the closest car is to me. It's George Russell, one of the Twitch boys, the Twitch quartet. We'll catch up to him pretty simply and just stay behind him. All you really have to do is just stand behind the car, you know, lift off if you're getting too close. But yeah, see, I prefer driving at Monza in this current, what would you say, this weather, this time of day, because in the morning it's just so hard to find a braking point. And I guess I can look at other spots where I brake, but it's just so odd. And in here, just sped up the footage because it's nothing really interesting. It's just me sitting behind George, trying to catch up to him. There was a little jump there because I paused it. I really don't remember why, but yeah, right behind George, drafting, getting the team crucial information here. And that is goal complete. But we have to complete the lap. Because sometimes when you complete goals like this, it automatically just stop and you're done. But this time it wants us to complete the lap, so we carried on going. We almost got past Lando, but he was just too far ahead. P9, not too shabby. It would be crazy if George got on the points at Monza, but we'll have to wait and see. 157 driver rank. I don't really like spending gold during these events. I like saving my gold and like spending it elsewhere, but we'll see what happens. You never know what happens in the future. We might have to spend gold, so yeah, time will tell. That's goal 3 out of 4 completed. We're on the last goal of stage 1. The engine heat is within normal parameters, so now we have to lap 3 opponents before the session ends, which sounds pretty simple. I don't think I should really have a problem doing this. And yeah, one thing I should tell you guys is that I play with no assists on, so I have no steering assists, no brake assists, no traction control. I drive it as raw as possible to get as much feel as possible, because it really does make a difference. You can't set a competitive lap time with those assists on. You kind of need them off. Maybe you can like turn on traction control if you're still trying to get to grips with the track and its layout in the car as well. You can turn on traction control, but personally for me, I just prefer to have it off. If I go off, you know, I'm learning next time, brake a little bit better. Simple as that. So that's how I play. I recommend you should play like that as well. Essentially just find whatever's comfortable for you, because that's what matters, how you feeling, and get around the Alpine there. That is race complete, stage 1 complete. We're done with all the goals for the first stage. We've made like 100,000 Motorsport Dollars. We're gonna get some more from the rewards for doing this. Yeah, I made another 20k there. It's not too bad, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is the first stage. There's gonna be more uploaded very soon, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel. And these are the rewards we got. Only 10,000 Motorsport Dollars, which is actually nothing. 600 VP, which didn't even get us to the first reward. But hey, can't be greedy. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.